Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka is two Shlokas 26 and 27 of chapter 11. Ami chatvam dhritarashtrasya putrah
Ami chatvam dhritarashtrasya putraha
sarve sahaivavani sanghaihi
sarve sahaivavani sangaihi
Bhishmo drona suta putrastatthasau
Bhishmo drona suda putrastatthasau
Sahasmadiyayrapi yodhamukhyaih
sahasmadiyayrapi yodhamukhyaih
Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti
Vatrani te turamana vishanti
Damshtrakaralani bhayanakani
Demstrakaralani Bhayanakani
Kechidvilagna dashanantareshu
Kejidvalagna Dasanamdareshu
Sandrishyante churnitairuttamangaih
Sandrishyande Churnitairuttamangaih.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ami,
Ami,
these, cha, also, tvam, you, Dhritarashtrasya, of Dhritarashtra, putraha, the sons, sarve, all, saha, with, eva, indeed, avanipala, of warrior kings, sanghaihi, the groups, bhishmaha, bhishmadeva, dronaha, dronacharya, sutaputraha, karna, tatha, also, asau, that, saha, with, asmadiyaihi, our, api, also, yodha mukhyaihi, chiefs among the warriors, vaktrani, mouths, te, your, tvaramanaha, rushing, vishanti, are entering, damshtra, teeth, karalani, terrible, bhayanakani, very fearful, kechit, some of them, vilagnaha, becoming attached, dashana antareshu, between the teeth, sandrishyante, are seen, churnitaihi, with smashed, uttama angaihi, heads. Translation. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna,
Karna,
and our chief soldiers also
and our chief soldiers also
are rushing into your fearful mouths.
are rushing into your fearful mouths.
And some I see
And some I see
trapped with heads
trapped with heads
smashed between your teeth.
smashed between your teeth.
So Arjuna is seeing the very ghastly form of the Kala Rupa of the Supreme Lord. And he is also seeing the outcome of the war playing out before his eyes, which is not just important personalities on the other side, but also soldiers on the Pandava side, all of them entering into the Lord's mouth, being crushed to death. Now, it is not a literal happening, but that's the vision that Arjuna is actually witnessing. Prabhupada writes a very short purport here. In a previous verse, the Lord promised to show Arjuna things he would be very interested in seeing. Now Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposite party, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the sons of Dhritarashtra, and their soldiers, and Arjuna's own soldiers, are all being annihilated. This is an indication that after the death of nearly all the persons assembled at Kurukshetra, Arjuna will emerge victorious. It is also mentioned here that Bhishma, who is supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only will the great warriors of the other party like Bhishma be smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's side also. So the Lord wanted to let Arjuna know that he will indeed become victorious in this battle. And he should not fear anything else. From another parampara, Bhishma, the grandsire of the Kauravas and the Pandavas, was the son of Shantanu and Ganga. To facilitate his father's wish for remarriage, Bhishma renounced his right to the throne and also took a lifelong vow of celibacy. However, Bhishma had continued to support Duryodhan despite knowing very well that he was evil and was usurping the right of the Pandavas. Thus, he was destined to die in this war of goodness versus evil. The Srimad Bhagavatam describes Bhishma's prayer to the Lord when he lay on the bed of arrows at the end of his life. Sapadi Saki Vacho Nishamya Madhye Nijaparayor Balayor Atham Niveshya Sthitavati Parasamkhyayur Akshna Hritavati Partha Saki Ratir Mamastu. Let my mind meditate upon Arjuna's dear pal, Shri Krishna, who obeyed his friend's command to drive the chariot to the center of the two armies, and while there, he shortened the lifespan of the opposing generals by his mere glance. So even before the war began, the Lord had shortened the lifespans of everybody on that battlefield who was meant to give up their life. So Bhishma himself was aware that the consequence of fighting against the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna would be death. Dronacharya was the guru of martial arts for both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He was so impartial that he taught more about military science to Arjun than even to his son Ashwathama. However, he felt obliged to help Duryodhan because he was financially dependent upon him for maintenance. Thus, Dronacharya too was destined to die in the war. Yet his heroism could be judged from the fact that when the Pandavas were unable to slay him by any means and approached him for help, he told them the way in which he could be killed. Karna was the bosom friend of Duryodhan, and so he fought from the side of the Kauravas. He too had heroic qualities. When Sri Krishna disclosed to him he was the eldest son of Kunti, and the Pandavas were actually his brothers, he asked Sri Krishna not to disclose the secret to Yudhishthir, or else he would stop trying to kill Karna and would lose the war. Since Karna had taken the side of Duryodhan in the war, he too was destined to die. From His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, some commentary. Destruction is inevitable part of material life, and any vision of God which did not include destruction is incomplete. It is describing a part of the reality and not a complete reality. So God's form is sweet and pleasing, But this is just one aspect, and denying it is not real. God's destruction is not cruelty, because God destroys temporary to make way for eternal. As long as our hearts are in temporary things, we stay in the cycle of birth and death. So, through destruction, we are shown how everything in this world is perishable. So, we should not keep our affection and attachments in this world for long. We should redirect our affection and attachment towards Krishna. The Bhagavad Gita is not squeamish about life's ugly realities. Death and destruction are the inevitable end of everything in this world. Refusing to confront them doesn't help, because they will sooner or later come to confront us, whether we like it or not. How does voluntarily confronting these truths help? It forces us to acknowledge the ultimate futility of life at the material level, and thereby pushes us to explore whether life has any higher dimension. This exploration, when guided by scripture, helps us discover the sweetness of spiritual reality. So, when we discover the sweetness of performing Krishna consciousness and engaging in Krishna consciousness activities on a daily basis, we are convinced that this material life is not meant for us. It is just a temporary aspect. We are all souls meant to relish eternal spiritual love with Krishna. By redirecting our love from the world to Krishna, we can not only attain that sweet reality at the end of our life, but can also relish glimpses of that reality even in this life. Our life becomes redefined from a fruitless struggle to resist futility to a fruitful endeavor to reclaim glory. If we refuse to confront life's harsh reality, then that reality confronts and consumes us as the universal form devoured the warriors. By denying the harsh reality, we deprive ourselves of the sweet reality, lifetime after lifetime. The Gita's horrific descriptions help end our denial and deprivation. So, very nicely, His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu is explaining here that destruction and death are simply a part of life. Hiding from that fact or being fearful of the fact is not going to help you, because as long as you stay attached to your body, you are not able to acknowledge and approach Krishna. That it is better that we redirect all of our attention and affection to Krishna rather than towards material things, because redirecting our attention and affection to Krishna is actually going to take us back to Him.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.